What's up, you guys? I'm Janelle.
And I'm Ray, and thank you for coming back to watch our BB Talk, the 2 or 3 of you. Thank you so much. We are officially on episode 24, which is cool because we started literally at our previous apartment at the dog park.
That was actually kind of cool. If you ask
Yeah,
me.
no, I think that was a good one actually, and now we are officially here in our new apartments, and no dog park, but
Yeah.
but it's us too. So we've officially survived the winter storm of 2026, which actually was really fun. I wish we had like another 3 weeks of it, to be honest.
That was fun.
So yeah,
Yeah.
what was the biggest thing you enjoyed about the winter storm?
I liked just being snowed in. It reminded me of like COVID times when it was like super chill, and that's it. I like the cold.
The feeling of being snowed in is very European, and it's very nice.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time when I was like really young, growing up in Germany. It would snow every like November, December, January, and we'd always have like I feel like that's what made Christmas so good is the fact that it was snowing outside, and it was you just had like that snowed in feel kind of like if you had to drive a car or whatever or like traverse the terrain, it was something different and it was a little dangerous, which kind of made it exciting, but it was for the most part just like very just memorable, I
Yeah.
guess, is the best way to put it. I don't know how else to put it. So I could see how just that experience would be really cool for you because that's literally how I grew up and I still prefer it, you know. So there's got to be some way to that. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I'm like can't focus as my back is hurting sitting on this thing.
Oh
But it's
no!
okay.
What did you do to your back?
I pulled it doing like hip thrusts and stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
sucks.
What's So that caused tight glutes, which hip thrust is glutes. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's just not fun. I want this shit to be over.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's true. Well, there's not really much to like report back on other than the fact that we survived the winter storm and
Yeah.
we went to church one time and just been working.
Yeah.
And now
I don't really know what else.
I'm gonna go fix. Oh yeah, your sister got into an accident. She got into a car accident, and so we're not gonna go through insurance. We're gonna fix it ourselves. Literally, me and her dad,
Yeah.
and we're going to we ordered the parts. They're actually coming in today. That's actually what we're gonna do after this. Is we're gonna go to your house and I'm gonna fix literally like 2 cars, whatever. But it's kind of fun.
That's good.
It's fun like fixing cars up. I had to fix the Miata up the other day, and I filmed it. It was fun.
That's cool.
So I posted it. That's it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're really into cars because it's like really helpful.
I figured, it's one thing that we use every day, like without fail, especially if you live in America. Oh my God, necessary. And it's good to just not have to deal with those costs,
That's good.
because like everybody, like all the repair places, here's the thing, they don't rip you off, but the prices are very high, A lot of the times I feel like a fix takes, it's way quicker to just do it than, what repair places like quote you, but it's just fun to do it ourselves. So, or at least
That's
myself,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm like kind of stony right now. So
Nice. How's that?
it's good. I like this new era. Well, not even new era, but like, I guess to preface, I think I've had a lot of like periods where I would like smoke weed and then I would be off for like a couple years, like ever since I was around like maybe 18 years old. So I feel like now I'm just entering an era in like my later 20s that I'm like smoking weed now.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, but I like it. I think it kind of like brings everything that I'm feeling to the surface because it's like in this moment all I feel is like my back. but
Well.
it's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah. It makes you like appreciate when you don't have any like back pain and stuff.
Yeah. Back pain is like one of those things that's it's excruciating and it's vital.
Yeah.
Like you needed to walk and do whatever.
Even like to sit, like if you don't have a good back, it hurts to sit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I feel bad for anyone that's experiencing this.
Man, especially like, and here's the thing, this is actually my theory. I remember we talked about this in the car. I remember it was like we thought, oh yeah, after, like as we're approaching or coming away from 30, it's just like these things come. I think really it's just decades of not recovering.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like, if you're between the ages of 15 to 25 or whatever, how often have you not recovered from working out, right? Whether it's doing stretches before or after, or like all of, you can't like, what I've learned from back pain is, I love how we talk about back pain, but what I've learned from having back pain is the fact that, you know, we need to treat the workout with sufficient recovery, whether it's, well, first of all, eating clean, that's a good one, and then just like doing stretches. I had so back when I was living in Greenville,
I have to sit like this.
I had insane back pain. Insane back pain because from 2019 up until like 2021, I would do weekly DJ shows. And the thing is, my friend would show up with his trailer and I would help unpack and like set it up and tear it down at the end of the night and put it back in the trailer. And it was like literally, like, for lack of a better term, back-breaking work. And I realized that like my back was getting worse. And then you do something to trigger it.
Yeah.
And then it just, it kind of just has enough, you know? And it wasn't until after I moved here and started doing sessions with our PT guy, Jeremy, literally, if you have back problems, I realized it's not necessarily about your back, it's about your glutes.
Yeah.
Because he said, when you have tight glutes, they pull on your lower back because they're connected. So after doing some like glute stretches, that actually solved my lower back pain. And it's like it's like the upper glute that's pulling on those muscles. And then it brings our low back out of alignment, and that's when spasms happen.
Yeah.
And
I think, like, what was I going to say? I'm going to share this story again with you. I should have, like, told this to you on the pod first. But there's this girl, her name's, like, Erica Titus, and she was snowboarding with her sister, and they got these, like, snowboarding lessons in Utah. And she was, like, doing really good, like, sorry, not snowboarding, skiing? Yeah, skiing. So she was, like, doing really good skiing. And, like, 10 minutes or something into her lesson, this girl out of nowhere just, like, hits her from behind.
Going 2,000 miles an hour.
And she's, like, seated. And she basically, like, at the time, like, she was so shocked she couldn't even, like, process what was happening. But ultimately, she herniated her disc and she broke her leg.
Damn.
So... And then she, like, posted a TikTok today where she just crashed out on TikTok. Like, it was so genuine. And I'm like, I commend you for, like, your brutal honesty. Because she's like, I didn't say this in the first video, but I'm actually losing my mind right now. She's like, what? Like, I don't know. She was, like, actually crying and talking about, like, how what that girl did was so fucked up. And I'm like, and then all that girl had to say was, like, sorry, babes, it's my first time skiing. And people in the comments were like, this ain't no sorry, babes. Like, you need to sue that bitch.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
And she's, like, basically feeling like she doesn't know when she's going to walk again. Or she can walk, but they're like, yeah, you're going to be in crutches for, like, 6 weeks and you have to get surgery.
My goodness.
All because she didn't, like, this girl didn't, like, scream for her to get out the way. And I feel so bad for Erica because... she didn't do anything. She was just like imagine like getting hit from behind and you're like you're just minding your own damn business. Like,
oh yeah,
my
no,
God.
fuck that.
And then you break your leg and your back.
No, 100%. And I actually love that she brought that up because that brings up that actually brings up a bigger meta point, and that is to what extent Like when, because, okay, there's a type of situation that happens in life where you are not at fault.
Yeah.
You're not at fault at all, but you have to suffer the consequences, right? It's like, it's not my fault. I was competent enough. I did everything right.
Yeah.
And you still have to suffer consequences. That's one of those situations. You just mind your own business and somebody crashes into you and causes a herniated disc and whatever. It's like that it was not her fault.
Yeah.
Right? It was the skier's fault. The person that hit into her, right? My first question is, to what extent are these circumstances in each of our lives like written in the stars, right?
Yeah.
We've had to have agreed at some point
You think
that
so?
it was okay for us to experience this to teach us something, right? I assume that it's before we reincarnate, we have all these different contracts with these different souls. And like in that realm, you make a contract with somebody and you're like, hey, I'm going to be minding my own damn business, and you're just going to run into the back of me, and somehow that'll make me a better person, a bigger soul, right?
So that's why you think it's to make the person better.
Yes,
Why they
100%.
go through these things.
Yes, and yes, 1000%. Because here's something that, like, I'll continue bringing up the story because I am personally proud of myself for this. But like with my previous business, something happened with my previous business partner that was, not my fault.
Yeah.
And, I was minding my own business and doing my work and keeping everything running, right? And all of a sudden, oh, boom, no more funds, right?
Yeah.
Not my fault. I built a facility, I'm saying, like, for like multiple years, and I really feel like I put my heart and soul into it, no more, right? And it's like, okay, I did everything right. I did everything that I could. And it still went away.
Yeah.
So then I talked about this with Jeremy, and he actually said something that makes a lot of sense. And he said, a lot of the times, God takes you out of situations that are really, really good to kind of break you down so that it puts you into a direction where this is now your new learning lesson, right? It's like, you've learned everything you can from this situation. I'm going to make it go away, whether it's, good or bad or whatever. And I'm going to give you a new situation to make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because you've passed the previous tests. Now it's time for you to go and do something, better or different, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be better, it can be different. But that made a lot of sense. And so here's the thing about those situations, and this is so like key in meta, is when something bad happens, like objectively bad, right? In a way, you could always say that, oh, because this worst thing has happened, my life is now better. Every time those happen, it's like something gets taken away from you and it gets replaced with something new, and you don't know what it is until many, many months, if not years later, right? And so because of that, it's like I fully understand a crash out 1000%.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What I have learned from that, though, from my own experience too, is if you force yourself to see that as a good thing, life has no choice but to reflect the good thing back to you. Because when you smile in the mirror, it's like the mirror smiles back, right? If you're having a shitty day, you don't look in the mirror with a frown and say smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mirror can't do that, right? In this case, saying life is a mirror, right? So if you smile into the mirror first, it has to smile back. It doesn't have any other choice but to. So if you see these bad things as objectively bad things, as this is probably one of the best things that could have happened to me, life has no choice but to respond back to you with that same like energy, right?
Yeah.
So valid crash out 100%. It's okay to grieve, it's okay to be mad, it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel all of the emotions associated with something bad happening to you that you had no part of, that weren't your fault or whatever. But somehow, some way, this is still a good thing. And whether you see it in months or years or decades from now, you'll look back at that time and be like, that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me out of all of the other alternatives. And then when we pass away in like 100 years or so, or whatever, how long the expectancy will be then it's like you'll be in the afterlife thinking, oh man, like if that hadn't had happened, all the other alternatives would have been shit, you know? So I think that's how those situations usually go.
For sure. Yeah, so I just feel for her because I'm like, I can barely imagine like going to this like for another week. So I'm just like, damn, this sucks ass.
Yeah.
So I feel for her.
No, that's true. So, but yeah, have you learned anything else from having been active over the last few weeks in like fitness and diet and stuff?
Yeah, I think really it's just to listen to your body. Like the honest truth as to why I'm like in a weed era and I'm smoking is I feel like it's helped me face the reality that like I need to put attention to my body first thing every day. It's like I see myself putting, like I see women in general, especially my mom, like they always put other people's needs before themselves, and then like they end up, you know, growing up and not having the best relationship with their body or feeling comfortable in their body. And I feel like that was like the route that I was on, because if I don't put like my needs first, then like I become unhappy and I'll be more unhappy over time. So I'm just trying to prioritize like listening to my body and like giving it what it needs.
What does it need?
Like right now it needs rest.
Rest.
I slept for like 9 hours last night for the first time, and I'm like, I think my body is like like in so much sleep debt. So
Okay.
I'm just very sleep deprived. So I don't know. I think
You need to sleep more?
I just need to stop like being on my phone. I need to stop like watching shows that like take up so much of my time and replace that with actually like sleeping and like doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. So that's like the journey that I'm on right now, because
Nice.
like our phones are like, social media can be a blessing, but at the same time like it's the mark of the beast. It's gonna end us all. So yeah.
I was listening to a podcast with Steve Will Do It and Bradley Martin, Raw Talk. It's actually a really good podcast. And Steve Will Do It said that he has a phone, his personal phone has no social media on it.
Yeah.
And then one of his assistants has a phone that has his social media on it, and it's only for posting content.
That's what I would like to have, because it's like I want to benefit from the good things of having social media, like being connected and whatnot. But like if there's no clear boundaries, like it's such a, like you can blur that line so hard. And
Yeah.
but it's just such a distraction. Like if I think about all the time that I've been on my phone scrolling, like that would probably, I don't even want to know how much time. That would be like how old like our kid would be. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we're doing something about it now. Like that's my whole thing, is like I'm facing the truth of like a lot of things that I always kind of knew were true, but I didn't want to like confront them.
Can you share one of those?
Yeah, it's like a big one is like living a non-toxic lifestyle. Like for example, like the women in my family side are more predisposed to like getting cancer, and it's like people are perplexed as to how these things happen, but I think it's like a generational thing of being exposed to just toxic products that are like slowly killing you. And like luckily there's solutions, so I'm just not finding the solutions, but it's like one of those things where if you don't know about it, it's like really overwhelming, but once you know like the different alternatives to buy, I feel like it starts to get easier. But I think it's because a lot of people are not aware that these things are killing us, because we're just now finding out about this kind of, because like you would think all the clothes, all the food is like neutral or like good for you, but it's actually all like killing you on purpose. And I'm just like, damn, once you confront that, it's like you have to like look out for yourself, you know? And it's like, that's where, not knowledge is power, but if you don't even know about the information, how would you even be able to make a change? So I think it's like talking about it and like actually being real that, you know, these things are killing us. because it's like if you can't wrap your mind around that fact, then you're not going to want to change or do anything about it. So
Yeah.
and it's like I see my family, they also don't understand it, or I don't think they're even aware. Like just the fact that like packaged meats are like, what is it, class 1 carcinogens, like that's insane, because like my family eats that stuff all the time. I eat that stuff all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
luckily, I feel like even though now I'm like, whatever, 29 years old at least, I can make choices for the rest of my life, you know? So I feel like the best way to influence people to like make a change, a positive change, is not to tell people, but is to embody it. So that's why before I even like want to be that person in my family group chat to be like, don't buy like those things, like it doesn't matter like if you're not living that life. So that's why I'm just going to lead by example, because yeah, like it makes me sad because I don't want like my family to get sick. And then like my aunt just started chemo like today.
Oh, today? Really?
Yeah, and then like one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, but like her dad, like they basically think like her dad has like 30 days to live basically.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so I just pray for their family, but it's like until it happens to someone close to you, you're gonna be more reactive about like being, you know, I don't want to be reactive. I want to be like proactive, especially like for our kids and stuff.
For sure. 100%. Yeah.
Because that's scary. I don't want them to grow up in like a world where like there's so many things that are killing them. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. That is understandable outrage, considering that all of the companies that sell these things prioritize profit over long-term health. So, and that's just the reality.
Yeah. And I want to live in a country or experience like what it would be like to be in a country where like the government actually wants to help their people, or they're not incentivized to kill the population, you know?
Right,
So
yeah.
I wonder energetically how that would feel, and like
For sure.
how that would affect like our way of, or our quality of life.
Yeah,
So-
and then also just being able to live in a place where healthcare isn't such
Yeah.
like a burden financially, and where you're being helped, you know. And like I don't know why this like stuck with me. I saw this clip TikTok the other day, and it was like it was a movie, but it was two parents that needed a liver for their son, and their insurance wasn't going to cover it. So the person with to put them on the list for the liver said, "Oh yeah, it's going to cost about $250,000, and we need a 30% down payment just to even do financing." And this family obviously didn't have that, you know? Like, in what world do you need to, like, give up your child because you don't have enough money?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And is the meta point that I extracted from that clip, of course. But, yeah, that's rough. And
And then some people are not going to find out or do anything about it until it's like too late. So I just want to do what I can now. And honestly, it's like the journey it's kind of daunting, but I'm trying to tell myself that like just one thing a day. Like what is one thing that I could learn about? Like what I've done so far is I've just stopped using the dishwasher as much.
Yeah.
Like I've been trying to hand wash everything. The next thing I want to be able to do is like switch like our hand soap to non-toxic, because imagine like you're, you know, eating those, like what I've learned is like anything that could enter your body versus like, you know, to touch it, it's more about like ingesting it, like with the food and stuff. Like that's the part that's dangerous. So that, and like I've stopped using like what is it, like high fragrance perfumes, like soy candles, things like that. So I could make a video. I've been wanting to make a video all about how I'm doing that, but
cool.
basically just one thing at a time, because it could be very stressful.
I switched out our entire shower like lineup to native,
Oh yeah.
all to
I like the
native,
brand.
because they have the least ingredients, and they also have like a clear explanation of what each ingredient is.
Yeah.
And it's like way better than the list,
Yeah.
you know. And and it's just all like these things are active in like super small quantities. So,
Right. And then, but the more you learn about it, and even before learning about this, I always intuitively felt like I can be around something and be like, this thing is killing me. Like, I don't know. I think it's like a womanly thing, but I think the more I learn about it too, the more I'm able to just kind of automatically like choose the better thing. So it's just like making that decision first, because it's hard to let go of like, you know, the makeup that you like and like the clothes that you like, because you know, when the clothes like Lululemon and stuff, a lot of these like higher end brands, you would think you're paying top dollar for something that's not going to kill you. They're actually killing you. So I'm just trying to find like what other clothes that I actually love visually that I could see myself, you know, wearing, that like, you know, 100% cotton or whatever, and just educating myself on like what exactly is or isn't, you know, quote unquote toxic. So
that's true. And I think the ability to sense what's bad for you it's a very strong like female trait, because it's like you're aware of danger. Like
no, it's exactly
you are programmed to identify danger.
I feel that like in my bones, like that is what we were designed to do, and it's kind of cool. But I think it's when you keep on lying to yourself, that's like what, you know, slowly builds up over time. But like once you're able to just be honest with yourself, like I think that's when like you could just, like that's what life's about. I don't know.
Yeah, like it's all intuition. It's like when you look at two labels of ingredients and one is literally like 2 lines long and the other one's like 40. Like intuitively, which one do you think is better? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's always just to cut costs. Like that's why they have all these like preservatives and chemicals. It's just to
increase
whatever is
shelf
gonna
life.
Shelf life and but that's ultimately what is killing you. So it's like, you know. You kind of get a sense of like the things like fast fashion and stuff, but one thing at a time. And if anything, like I really feel like we're gonna see more brands that are becoming non-toxic as more people decide. Maybe they're more smaller brands, but the solutions are out there. You know, there are small businesses that I notice like that make, you know, candles and stuff, that I'd rather support smaller businesses if, you know, it means like saving like ourselves. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Guess we're on the journey to figure out what that is, but
I guess last thing is, earlier you said you want to stop being on your phone late at night and scrolling and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what would you like to replace it with?
So it's funny, as I've been like smoking weed every day and like finally having time to myself, like yesterday I just like laid in my bed and I just like looked in the ceiling and I just thought about all these things that I haven't been thinking about. And, you know, obviously the phone is like what was preventing that, but I just miss being able to just be like a kid. And I'm going to replace it more with just, you know, being, not, I won't say being bored, but it's okay to like sit and look at a wall. Like that's better than like being on your phone. Like
thinking.
Yeah, like just thinking. That's what like life used to be. And then even just like little things, like just learning new card games or just actually like living life. And like, I guess I'm getting choked up because it's like, it's so sad that we're so blind to all this stuff. I don't know. I'm just like, it's all hitting me.
You want me to deal you blackjack right before bed?
Sure. I don't know. I just I'd rather do anything than be on my phone. And I feel like at the end of the day, like for me, my boundary is like, you know, I think an hour at most, you should be on your phone, like at least doom scrolling. And I feel like even that is a lot. In a perfect world, I would love to just be on my phone for like 10 minutes and I'm good for the rest of the day. Like that is a perfect world. But like, it's honestly an addiction that I'm still breaking. And that's okay. Like it's designed that way for you to be addicted.
Yeah. We just have to
break the matrix.
We have to do enough fun outside activities.
Yeah, you got to replace that dopamine with something you actually like. And that's why I'm loving running, and it's just so frustrating that I haven't been able to run in a couple weeks. But I want to be able to replace it with like, you know, running outside and getting like actual, you know, a real just endorphins and stuff, and just like I don't know, like making vision boards and just like doing things that I used to do as a kid when I didn't have my phone, you know? Because that's like when you were so present, and that's like, you know, you don't let like life just like flash before your eyes because you're actually in the moment, you know? So that's all.
Love it. Fantastic. Well, thank you to the 1.5 people and their dog who are watching this for tuning into
You're
Beauty
great.
Talk. You're fantastic. Please leave your best comments. And if you want to hear us talk about something else, that'll be good too, because I think your suggestion would be really good. But
Yeah, thanks for witnessing my therapy session.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I just always end up crying in here, which is fine.
yeah, and from also coming from like a childhood where like crying was not like allowed, it's like I get it, and I just let you cry, and that's it.
Thank you. And yeah, and that's like why I also don't mind doing that on camera.
That's why she picked me.
That, but I just want to show people that it's okay to cry and you don't have to like be a girl and say sorry every time you fucking crash out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like you're an emotional person and it's beautiful to feel, and I feel like that's my superpower. It's
No,
just
it's
to
good.
be able to
Yeah, because
emotional.
everybody that sees this is going to think, oh, I'm allowed to feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
That's the intention behind
So
it.
you're
but
giving people permission to feel the way that they feel, which is perfectly fine. Actually, if we want to end it on a quote from Bashar, actually, he would say, look in the mirror every day, morning and night, or one or the other, and just say to yourself, I am who I am, and that is enough. Because it really is. It literally is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you're on here living out your purpose. Who cares if people judge you? You made a contract with them before that they were going to judge you in this moment. And that's just how it played out, right? So, yeah.
But
so-
thank you guys. Let us know what you want to see, any topics that you're passionate about, because we're probably passionate about them too. So
Probably.
bye.
Bye.